Everybody, It has been a day. It has been a long and exciting day here at our very first Midwest Ninja Series qualifier. We're going to have four of these in a championship here at Obstacle Academy. New format than what you're probably used to. We've hosted WNLs here for years and years. We've been hosting Ninja Sport Championship for a couple years. We are taking a look at some Obstacle Academy social media on camera right now. This is pretty good here. Yep, you got a first row seat of that. Let's take a look at the rules for this brand new league we're doing. Retry system. Athletes have 3 falls in total throughout the course. The run's going to end on their third fall, though. So you'll have your first fall and your second fall, and you could still clear the course. But on your third fall, your run ends. If you fall, you have to wait the full 15-second reset time before attempting the obstacle you fell on, and you have to complete every obstacle in order. You can't fail obstacle 2 and then move on to obstacle 3. You have to complete obstacle 2. So obstacles completed for placement, then least number of falls to last clear, and then time through last clear. So pretty cut and dry. You get a fall twice and you can still finish. Retry system. 8 obstacles today. Some of them are very long and pretty tricky. Some new stuff, some stuff they haven't seen, and then some new takes on existing obstacles. So this is an availability only to the upper half of our program. Let's take a look at the course video super quick, what they're going to run. All right, folks, just about 30 seconds until the first runner. Looks like our camera people are getting into position. Looks like they're clearing the course out right now. We're going to head down to the starting block. Looks like our very first runner of the Pro Division is an Obstacle Academy homegrown. And boy, has that boy grown. Ellis Rothke, he's been absolutely killing it lately. Here to represent. Doing the final chalk up. Got himself a Summit shirt on. Hopefully he's not out there drinking Summit, being that he's 16 or 17. We are on the move. Claw in hand, hand on ring, claw on bar. Little bit of a close call. Ellis is another one of those insane cases to start the course off because he, on any given day, he could win this competition. And if I know Ellis, and by golly, I know Ellis, he's going to set a pace that's hard to beat. It's like he's going to opt to skip the last cliffhanger entirely, of course. Would expect nothing less out of him. Onto the rings, Lego Lachey, man, he is airborne. And we are cooking. This is insane. This is going to be, I mean, for the first runner to come out of the gate like this, this is a tricky obstacle. Looks like he's wiping his feet off, making sure he's got optimal stickiness in the bottom of those shoes. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. One fall. He can fall one more time and still complete the course. And he slips again. Looks like his upper body, he's leaning too far into the post that he should be kicking off of. Here he comes on his final attempt. Oh, and he had the cane just slightly angled. That is a crazy difficult move. You can see, let's take a look at him in slow motion here. He comes off the trampoline, grabs the cane, and he has the cane just angled. Heading back down to the starting platform, we have another Obstacle Academy homegrown, Harold Tharp. We call him Buns. That's something that Bunsy and I have in common. We both share a nickname. Fun fact. I've been called Buns for years and years, probably before Bunsy was even born. Bunsy's on Ellis's team here at Obstacle Academy Elite 2. It's the most advanced team that we've got, linking through. Just barely making it. Buns is another one who has been in the youth program here since he was infant-sized. Now he's toddler-sized. Oh, he comes down off the cliffs. Looks like he just missed one of his hands. Unfortunate little fall for Bunsy. It's really tough to give away a fall right there because you really want to be as clean as you can possibly be for the last two obstacles. Really, Ellis showed how unbelievably difficult that post-tech obstacle is. But being the first runner, you know, a course that's this difficult, we really only offer this to the upper half of our youth program here. So it's designed to push, like to really push the upper echelon here. Having Ellis run first, you know, he opened up the front part of the course, the first real bulk of it. So Bunsy has gotten a good look, kind of at what it takes. You can see him wiping his feet down. Here's a good look at the Judge Skinny. Another good look at Judge Skinny. So yeah, Buns is going to be striding off of the platform that's just on the other side of Judge Skinny. Can't really see it through him. Let's see if Bunsy can put it together. He can't afford any more falls. Oh, and he hesitates just a hair. Again, leans a little bit too far into the post.
From Buns
on the starting platform, we have Henry Milbert. Millie. He's known as Millie around the gym. Millie darting through obstacle 1, gets himself, threatens a jump onto obstacle 2. Perfect unhook, perfect rehook, perfect link. You love to see it. I've been noticing Millie lately. He participates in our tech skill practices here, which is an additional option for the elites, and I see him working on link tech constantly. And it shows. This would be an unbelievably difficult obstacle to link, since they're on a straightforward obstacle, and then they're on this 90-degree obstacle, and then on another straightforward obstacle. So throughout the day, this obstacle became increasingly more difficult. It looks like he lacheyed a little too low and a little too fast. You really want to give yourself time and position yourself within space to be leaning forward a little bit, so the swing that you inherit when you catch on impact can neutralize some of the impact of your lachey. No problem on the first lachey. He's got that one locked right down. Still lachey's kind of fast, but has the strength to hang on as his hand's positioned a lot better. He could dismount. He doesn't quite feel comfortable with the swing. Kicks off to the side, loops around on the backswing, commits to it. It's an awesome job. Has the aerial awareness to throw his right hip forward to make sure his weight's above the block. One fall, 4 obstacles in. Millie's right at the halfway mark here in course and time limit. This cliffhanger move's really tough. It's just outside of wingspan. So he's used both falls that he's allowed. If he falls again, that's going to be it for his run. He has 1 minute and 25 seconds. Much better opting to lachey deep into the hold to give room for his trail hand up onto the sloping cliffhanger. The hold that he just matched onto is really tricky. When you get onto it, it almost tips a little bit. It's a great run out of Millie. Gets pretty deep into the course. Fantastic job down on the starting block. Now we have up next Mr. Benjamin Anfinson. Ben has grown up in the sport. Benjamin Anfinson, ready to start. Ben's one of those athletes who can generate a ton of power really fast, runs really smart. Has some friends here at Obstacle Academy. He sees throughout the competition season. You can see him kind of figuring out the swing design while he's on it. Also somebody who's really good at making decisions in the air. Blazing fast time so far. Onto the cliffhanger ledges. I'd like to see him lachey deep into it. Nice catch. Onto the inverted cliff. Takes one extra swing. May have been able to dismount on his first. Opts to take a backswing. Just to be absolutely sure about it. Massive Lego lachey. Totally confident in the air. You love to see it. We're deep into the course now. We got 2 left. This obstacle has been a headache so far. We might see it here. Again, he leans into the post. Maybe wipe those shoes off just a bit. That's it. You could tell in the air. That he had it. That's fantastic work. We're moving on to the final obstacle. Just peels off of the very first cliffhanger. He has all kinds of time. He's got 1 minute and 25 seconds left. He doesn't have any more falls. His next fall will end his run. When he gets onto this obstacle, he needs to finish the course. So not only does he have to catch the one that he just fell on, but he's going to have to lâcher to the other side of the next hold. And if you're not lined up, you have to take additional cliffhanger swings. Does he have it? Oh, he just barely comes off. Fantastic run out of Mr. Anfinson. Up next, we have Arthur Shepard. Arthur, we see in and out of Obstacle Academy. It looks like he's got rock climbing shoes on. Interesting. I wonder if the rubber is particularly sticky. We'll find out. I would imagine he'll get deep enough to see him on that cane obstacle. I've seen Arthur run. Really explosive. Waits until he's perfectly lined up to do his next load swing. 90-degree lâcher, zero issue. We'll see if he preloads this infinity swing here, or if he sets up the infinity while he's on it. Awesome job, making a blazing fast time again to this point. Just comes off of the second cliffhanger. Waits for the reset time, waits for the judges to count him down. He has to wait that full 15 seconds. He's burned one of his falls. He can fall one more time and still finish. So he can still finish. Cliffhanger here is starting to become a nuisance for him. Hopefully he's got enough data just from feeling it. Small amount that he felt it. I understand what he was trying and I respect it. It's a great run out of Arthur. Up next, starting platform, we've got Julia. Julia's here, getting herself amped up. Another elite athlete here from Obstacle Academy. Smart, pretty comfortable jumping with the cane in one hand and one hand on ring. Perfect unhook. Just needs to get both hands on the cane. Lachey is maybe a little bit too far forward. Getting counted down by the judges and plucks the cane out. Same situation, jumping with cane in hand, hand on ring. Like to see a little bit loftier of Lachey. This might be it here. Just about. She's got to get that second hand onto the... I don't know if she's trying to set up for the link to the dismount right away, but she needs to get both hands onto that cane. Whoop, got to go back to the block. She's got to wait for the full reset time. Reset time is now expired. Just needs to get both hands on the cane. Come on, both of them. Just a little bit too low. Excellent. Excellent try out of Julia. Coach is probably going to have her try that obstacle, I'm sure, now that the competition has happened. Up next, we have, speaking of Obstacle Academy natives, we have Big Dog Busy. Big Dog Busy in the house. Busy since the day he entered Obstacle Academy has been a smooth criminal. That's what we call him here. Smooth criminal Busy. His transitions between obstacles are really, really good. His awareness upon landing on when he can land and immediately move is also really good. If you watch just the angles of his feet on dismount, I know it's a super kind of a fine detail and a way to think about it, but as he lands, watch how quickly he'll change directions to move on. Massive Lego Lachey. Don't imagine it'll be it. Oh, he takes a full suitcase peel. Takes a full suitcase peel. He does do that occasionally. He said he does it on purpose. Where's a camera angle of him? There he is. He said he does it on purpose. We call that the meatball. He meatballed. I know in his mind right now, he's like, dang it, they're going to call me a meatball again for that. He full meatballed. I mean, it is funny that he meatballs once in a while, but I really wanted him to be fresh into this obstacle because he definitely has what it takes to finish this. Leaned a little too far into the post. So we saw this done. We saw Ben figure it out. It's cleaning that foot off. Come on. That's his attempt.
That's his attempt. No, that's it.
That's his attempt.
That's his attempt.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's a nice try out of Mr. Busy. Excellent job. I guess we could take another look at this Lego Lachey here, just for good measure. So we'll see. He's in the air here. He catches the Lego. Oh, he's too far forward. That's what it was. Well, that's a nice try out of Busy. He pops right back up. Up next on the starting platform, we have Cohen. Cohen competes here and there. See him at competitions. He's always doing great. I'm glad he's coming out to a Midwest Ninja Series comp. Really clean so far. Misgrabs a little bit on the second triangle. Gotta wait for the countdown time. Waits for the countdown time to expire, and then he's right back on it. Seen him compete enough times to know he's probably going to be pretty comfy on this now. Even touching it one time at this level, that's kind of all it takes to understand what mistake you made and get right back to it with success. Onto the cliffhanger grip line. Unfortunately, got one fall in the bag already. Kind of a quick catch. Skips the inverted cliffhanger. Moves right onto the Lego Lachey. Floats his way to the Lego, no problem. That's such a massive, massive move. There's nowhere to put a camera that really does justice to its enormity. You can see him kind of gesturing, visualizing how to do it. That was near perfect. I wish he would have just trusted and committed. So that was his second fall. You can see him kind of visualizing again. I love this. This is what's one of the really cool things about this sport. Visualize. You can see he opted for kind of like a both foot type of thing. Cleans it up. Nice work. Nice and smooth out of Cohen. So far, he's got 1 minute and 15 seconds left. He doesn't have any falls left, so he's going to have to complete this. But we watched him earlier when he caught that cliffhanger one-handed. Made it obvious he's really comfortable on cliffs, but can he do it now at the end of a course? Of course he can. That is a fantastic job. That is an absolutely fantastic job. Let's take another look at this last cliffhanger catch. This is nuts. So he throws his leg toward the second wing nut. Lachey's diagonally across the system, catches the next one, no problem. You can see the excitement even in his body language. Lachey's and lines up for a link dismount. Fantastic work out of Cohen, showing the course is possible, it's beatable. He had a little bit of time left on the starting platform. Now we have Lordy. Lordy saw some teammates run earlier. I know this sort of hop tech type of obstacle where you travel with a component in your hands isn't her favorite, but she knows how to make it happen when she has to. Lordy's mom competed earlier, did an awesome job. That was a massive jump off the trampoline. She doesn't know her own power. It's because she's in track she does high jump now. She's become too powerful. Lordy competes really well. Hits way above her weight class. In fact, she is competing above her weight class right now. This division, if you're in the elite program here at Obstacle Academy, you can compete up one age division. And so Lorny is coming from the 11 to 13-year-old group. She's actually 12, and she's competing here with the pros.
Actually, if you have 3 wins last season.
If you have 3 wins. If you have 3 Obstacle Academy wins, you can compete up one age division. But likely if you have 3 Obstacle Academy wins, probably on an elite team here. Two minutes left, 3 obstacles left. One absolutely huge Lego Lachey. No problem for Lorny. That Lachey is so big. It's tough to explain, you guys. Tough to explain how big that thing is. Now we're moving on. So, women are allowed their feet where Lorna has them, their hands on the ring, and they're allowed the cane. So they have to get from where she's at, get the cane into that ring, and she hangs on to it. No problem. She's got a little under a minute and a half left. She's going to have to line this huge dismount up now, all while swinging on this vertical hold. Very clean dismount. She's got a fan in the background. Got just over 1 minute left. 2 crazy hard holds to go. We're going to see the wing nut version. For the first one, she has to be tired. She absolutely has to be tired by getting to this point. This is deep. This is as far into the course as you can get. Catches the next one wing nut style. You can see her kind of smiling through it. Links the dismount. That's a full clear. At a Lorny, I would expect nothing less. Let's take a look here at this last wing nut catch. Just hucks this. Hucks it, actually transfers from one side of one wing nut to the other side of the next one. Fantastic work out of Lorny. That's going to be a tough run to beat. Up next on the starting platform, we got Kyla. Kyla jumping into the course. Kyla's been around for a long time too. Obstacle Academy elite team. Super clean obstacle 1 and 2. Opts to stop on the trampoline. Do the trampoline jump independent of the rest of the obstacle. Safe move early on. Just looks like she comes up a little bit low on the second triangle. At Kyla's level, though, I would imagine that just touching that second triangle, just being in that position within space is enough data for her to make an adjustment. She knows, you can see her kicking off to the side. It'll set her hips up. Oh, she just comes up a little bit short again on that backhand. Probably going to take one big, long, slow breath. Two minutes and 10 seconds. There it is. Puts it together. That is a sign of deep athletic ability. If you fall on something twice, to still be able to put it together mid-competition. Excellent job out of Kyla. That shows some experience. Big jump up to the cliffhangers. So she's used both falls that she's allowed. This is smart. Notice how she switched hands. Orient herself so that she's facing the cliffhanger. She's going to go for the sloped cliffhanger. The hold she's on right now is unbelievably difficult. No! She had it. She was there. The fantastic run out of Kyla. Almost has it. Still a great run. We're going to head down to the starting platform now.
Lucy's not here?
Looks like Lucy Jones is not here, so it's going to be Auden. Auden hopping onto the course. He got to see some teammates run a little earlier on. Got to lift that hook maybe a little bit higher. I'd like to see him get onto an angled swing. Got to lift it up, straight up, almost. That thing is just giving him trouble. You can see he's doing sort of a diagonal swing. Has to be frustrating. He gets it undone. He has to be tired. Guys, as he rehooked it. His hands have to be tired. He's been hanging for about a minute. So he's going to have to shake those hands out. You can tell his buddies are giving him some advice. His teammates are over there. Right back into it. I would like to see that right hand go a little higher up on the claw. It's going to be easier to unhook. Lift. Lift. And lift. Lift. Still swing. He gets it unhooked again. Just gotta take a couple breaths. A lot of swings on that. A lot of swings on that one hand. A little wave from his teammate in the crowd. Switching hands. This is this is wise. You can actually see his left hand is higher up on the claw than his right hand was. Oh, and it was. I really wish he would have opted for his other hand right away. He gets the fist bump from his buddies. Nice try out, Auden. I'm sure his coach is going to pull him aside this week. Go over a little bit of that claw tech with him. Lucas Tatar. Louis has been in the obstacle world for years and years. Now he's up in the pro division. Nicely done. Gets a little tangled up on the hook. Cleans it up right away. Really experienced athlete. Works really hard. Really capable with laches. Great body awareness. Great swing design. Sets up this infinity swing. Should get him there. Little under 2.5 minutes left. He's halfway through the course. But you know a lot of the hard stuff is still coming. About as close as you can get without fully hanging on to that first cliffhanger move. Big jump out again. Only one fall so far. Catches it on his second try. Fantastic work out of Louis. I know he's been putting some work into the grip obstacles, but this one is hard. It is a tricky obstacle. A lot of direction change, a lot of height change on really, really difficult, physically demanding, unforgivable shapes of holds. See if he can put it together again. It's a really hard obstacle to not only complete, it's hard to flash, but it's definitely harder to do multiple times in a course. I like what he's going for here. He goes for the skip. If he would just, I wish he would have maybe craned 1 foot on top, 1 foot on the front of the block. Might have had a better success. Fantastic run out of Louis. Puts in the work. Excellent job. Up next on the starting platform, we have Isaac. Must come from a family of ninjas. Starts his own time on his watch. Hops up. Real clean run so far. You can tell when somebody is capable of generating power right off the bat, and he's showing us how it's done. Got to see some family, if family members run earlier, put on some outstanding performances. Up onto the cliffs. Little swing generation, snatches that cliffhanger out of the air onto the T ledge. It's like he's going for the tilting cliff. Tilting cliff is horrid. It tilts with you. It tilts toward your hands, which makes it's no longer 90 degrees. You're hanging from a sloped cliffhanger edge. But it's a shorter dismount than dismounting early, like we saw. Huge Lego Lachey. Really fast time to this point. He's got 2 obstacles left. He's giving himself a little over a minute per obstacle, which will afford him multiple tries if he needs them. So we'll find out. He's got to kick off that angle, grab the cane, into the ring. He comes awfully close on his first try. He's got to wait for the reset countdown. Here he goes on attempt number 2. Stride and hook. Fantastic work. Got a minute, little over a minute and a half left. On to the first cliffhanger. He has only 1 fall so far. So he's going to have to Lachey diagonally to the other side of the second hold and turn with it. Doesn't rotate quite enough. So he's used 2 falls. Has to wait out the reset counter. Just over a minute left. Reset counter is complete. Shaking his arms out deep, deep into a grueling course so far. Setting up for the first cliffhanger matches on the ring. First cliffhanger just comes down. Awesome run out of Isaac. Let's take a look here. This cane obstacle, he sets himself up for it. And set up, bounce off trampoline, kick off of post, boom. That's an awesome run. Back down to the starting platform. We have Lucy Farrell. Stride, stride, no problem. Onto the claw hook obstacle. Unhook, rehook, dismount. Looking smooth. Lucy been doing ninja for a long time. She's a multi-sport athlete too. Does a whole bunch of stuff. Got a bunch of buddies on her team. Up on an elite team at Obstacle Academy. Again, this competition series here is only available to the upper half of the program here. That'll be why the obstacles are designed a little bit more difficult than you might be used to at a comp. But with the retry system, it helps take the edge off, knowing that you can fall twice and still clear. About 2:15 left, halfway through the course. A lot of hard stuff coming. It's going to be a hard pull up to this dish. This is an obstacle that you want to really be deliberate and really finish on your first attempt, because if you don't, oh, it zaps so much energy. Hopefully I didn't jinx her. Back up onto it. A little bit more deliberate in her movements now, which is good. This is where she came off last time. Reaching up to the T-ledge, you really want to secure that reach. Pull down on the T-ledge. Looks like she's opting for the inverted cliffhanger. It's about one move, one hold further this time. 1 minute and 15 seconds left as of right now. She's used her falls. This obstacle has really kind of created becoming a headache here for the athletes. Looking way smoother. She's opting for the skip. I really like to see that. Looks like she comes up short. Must have dipped that foot down. She knew it. Looked back at the judge. Awesome performance out of Lucy. She's going to probably want redemption on that obstacle later on in the week. Up next on the starting platform, we have the one, the only, Mr. Maxini. Clean, clean, clear. Onto the hooks. One kick forward. I'd imagine a rehook, probably a linked dismount. Looking really smooth so far. He saw his teammates run. He saw him really pushing the pace earlier. I'd imagine one backswing here. I'd imagine one backswing here. Interesting swing design, kind of trying a new thing. We call that the hard shell taco here at Obstacle Academy. When you do a toes to bar, you bring your toes up to the hold that you're on. He was probably just trying to sneak a workout in. Always on that grind set, Maxi. Trying to get a workout in wherever he can. He brought a friend with him today to watch his run. Maybe that's why he's trying new stuff. Excellent job pulling through on that dismount. 2.5 minutes, he's cooking. 3 obstacles left. This is definitely Max's. This is his wheelhouse right here. Float, catch. His next move is tricky. I don't know how much he likes this hop tech obstacle type where you bring a component with you in the air. I'm not sure if it's his favorite thing or not. But, you know, he saw it complete. Okay. Hopefully he recognizes that he was leaning too far into the post that he needed to kick off of. The success we saw with it is you almost lean away and reach out for the cane. It's so many things that have to happen at one time. Comes again. He's only used one fall. Leans away. Way better, but he has the cane angled. He had the cane angled. He just uses the data that he's got. There's so many things that have to happen at one time here. Stride, stride. No, and his foot slips on his last attempt. That's an awesome job at a maxi. Fantastic run. If he would have had that cane angled correctly on that second attempt, he would have had it. Gets a little handshake, half hug from the judge. Gives a little thumbs up. He knows I'm talking about him in here. Up next, we have Chase. Chase is out here. He looks excited. Looks ready to run. Boom, boom, clear, clear. Almost goes over the block, but doesn't. Kick forward. Has the momentum to go right away, it looks like. Clean. Chase is another one with a really cool style of movement. Real explosive. Generates a ton of power out of nowhere. Almost has to taper the power down. Almost too much power. Clean. It's kind of cool. When he's on a course that favors his abilities, he rips, right? He rips through obstacles. Which it looks like he's doing now. Changing direction. Being really deliberate with where he throws his lower body to change direction while swinging. Also really strong. Opts for like a blind grab motion, which is smart. A little bit more technical, but from a physical standpoint, you could argue that it is easier physically. Onto the Lego lane. Tons of time left. Let's watch him float through the air here. Got to be precise. The more tired you are, the less dexterity you have. See how he adjusts here. Waiting for the countdown. Resetters, making sure that Lego isn't wobbling at all. Attempt number 2, floats through the air, catches it, no issue. Probably really didn't want to burn one of his falls, but he's got 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And he could fall one more time and still complete. Hopefully he extracted enough data. Just slides, leans in maybe a little bit low. Fantastic run out of Chase. Next on the starting platform. There's Chase giving a thumbs up to the camera. Next on the starting platform, we have Kelly. Kelly getting the fist bumps from the buddies. Kelly, legendary here at Obstacle Academy. Speaking of legendary, I used to talk Magic the Gathering with Kelly quite a bit. Just about. Just got to get both hands on it. He knows he can do that move. It's tough when you're running a competition because you want to go out there and yell commit. You know, you want to go out there and yell advice, but you can't. Kelly's come a long, long way, particularly over about the last year or so. He cruised through the ranks. Cruised through the team levels. That's actually really smart what he's doing here. You recognize that he didn't quite have enough. Maybe didn't like the angle that he was swinging at. So he's going to do it again. Unhook. He does have good one-hand strength. Kelly, I told you he was legendary. If you didn't believe me out there, hopefully you've been proven wrong. Come a long way over the last year, like I was saying. He's up on an elite team now. Him and his buddies, they're always having a good time, but they're always pushing each other. He's trying to line this Lachey to the trampoline up. There he gets it. Oh, and he falls back. No! So he's used both falls that he's allowed. I'd really like to see him deeper. This is such a technical little, like, agility, Lachey, upper body, lower body mix obstacle that, you know, I want to see him further along in the course here, see what he's got. He's lined up here. Ignore that other ring, Kelly. I bet you could get it here. He's got a minute and a half, a little bit tangled up. Maybe a nice low, safe Lachey to the trampoline. Didn't quite make it. See the judge's body language. Skinny gives him a big sigh and a fist bump. Excellent job. It's great he sank that second obstacle. Up next, we have Elise. Elise, I believe, is the last runner for the female division. Elise has been on the most elite team that we have here as well for quite a while. She got to see quite a few of her kind of teammates slash fellow competitors here compete. She's gathered a lot of data so far. Runs really smart. She puts together a great run. She got to see one of her teammates full clear. Orny from earlier. The other full clear on the female side kind of showed her what can be done here. Perfect 90-degree Lachey. Slides down to the bottom of the triangle but stays hanging on. Just has one 90-degree catch here. And then sets up an infinity swing. Kicks off to the right. Swings back left. Looks like she's going to have to be intuitive with it. Kicks hard right again, wraps around left. I think she could get it maybe right here if she hooks. That's a nice job. Took a couple, probably more swings than she wanted to. I'd like to see her shake it out here. Probably give it a good 10 or 15 seconds before diving in. See her take that big, long, slow breath. It's mentally prepared. It's a hard pull up to this jug. It's an easier hold than the cliffhangers, but it's up and out of the way. This is where if I were her, I would just wait. I'd wait. Try not to burn another fall right here. Back up onto the cliffs. She's trying to time sort of a little bit of a gymnastic movement with just a good old-fashioned pull-up to get onto the cliffhangers. Looking a lot more comfortable on this obstacle on her second attempt. Misses a reach to the T-ledge. Gets one more try. She did put quite a bit of energy into it. Like to see her shake out. Try to collect this last point. Even if you give yourself not a whole ton of time for the Lego, you got to finish this one to get there. There she goes. Being a little bit more deliberate here with her movements. Pulls up to the jug just a little bit low. Looks like the timing was a little bit off. Fantastic job out of Elise. Getting the handshakes, getting the fist bumps. Nice job out of Elise. Heading back to the starting platform, we have Mr. Coils. Coils, another elite. Coyle, another one on the highest team here at Obstacle Academy. Him and his buddies are always pushing each other to go faster. Goes for the single ring, skateboard style, dismount. Really smart. He's on a team with kids who push and push and push the meta. So it's gotten to see him. It's really changed the way he runs lately. He's always been smooth and smart, but lately it's released sort of like an attack mechanism into him that he didn't necessarily have before when he was younger. Opting for the skip. No problem for Coil. 2.5 minutes. Tons of time left. 3 obstacles left. Takes the 1 or 2 long, slow breaths. Gets ready to go airborne here. Excellent precision. Textbook Lachey Tech. Huge dismount. Two minutes left. Slips, leans into the post just a little bit. This obstacle is pesky. Luckily, he's clean up to this point, so he moved fast. And stayed clean all the way up to here. So he has 1.5 minutes left. One try left. If he falls again, that ends his run. And just slides, maybe hesitates just a little bit. Fantastic work out of Coil. Onto the starting platform got his buddy, Mr. Hank. Hank's been a working man lately, got himself a job at his family business. Hank, absolute monster in the strength department. He's been unlocking some new tech lately in practice. Particularly when it comes to navigating through direction changes and sort of the elements of speed courses. I've noticed he's been working on quite a bit. So he's always been strong. But working on the more technical stuff has unlocked a newfound Hank ability. Single pull back and dismount. We're under 1 minute and we have 3 obstacles left. He's got 2.5 minutes. Putting together a monster time. Floats his way to the Lego. Huge dismount. On to the last 2 obstacles. This cane stride obstacle has been an absolute headache. It's so tricky. You have to really treat it like a wall kick. You can see him practice this little kick there. Attempt number 2. He's only used 1 fall. He opts for the wrong hand reach. Kind of visualizing. You can see him kicking outward. Love to see him get this obstacle. Oh, he gets it, just starts to put it together on his last attempt, but it's too late. Fantastic job out of Mr. Hanky. Blazing his way deep into the course. Up next, fist bumps all around for Jonah. There he is, in all his glory. Jonah's a blast to coach, kind of talk to and hang out with. Has a good outlook on things, works really hard. Got to see his teammates unlock this move a little earlier. Yeah, he unhooked the claw hook and basically built his whole swing generation on one hand. Shays to the trampoline. Fantastic work out of Jonah. Jonah's another one who, if there was a way to measure it, I'd put money on that he tripled his ability in the last 1 year. I don't know how you would measure that or calculate that it's exactly 3 times, but it's actually insane. Tough to explain. I coached him a while back when he was on an intermediate team, and then he was transitioning onto an advanced team, and then before we knew it, he made his way up onto an elite team. We're at 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Jonah's out here clearing obstacles one by one. I know this is going to be a tough one. General endurance and strength and endurance hasn't been his favorite since I've known him. I'd like to see him shake it out here and budget the endurance tank. Second attempt, a little bit closer. I'd like him to do a much bigger lâché onto that second cliffhanger so that he doesn't catch with such straight arms. Those straight arms. No shock absorption if you have your arms totally straight. You want to catch a little bit engaged. Setting up good swing design. Does a little bit bigger of a move. Awesome performance out of Jonah. He's got to be proud of that. Here competing at a pro level course. Headed back to the starting platform.
You cleared the cliff obstacle for Jonah? You did, yes.
Looks like Parker is getting ready. He's got his buddies there. Parker on the move. Parker Stevens, really good soccer player. Parker can generate power like nobody I've ever seen. He could be the most in control, out of control person that I've ever met. And sometimes he's just out of control. But for the most part, he's the most in control, out of control person. It's something to do with his style of movement. It doesn't look like... It's really difficult to explain, but he can go from 0 to 100, and you think for sure he's going to get hurt, but he makes it to where he's trying to go. Little bit off on the cliffhanger lâché. That's his first fall. I'd like to see him take a breath here. Could see in his body language he did take that long, slow breath. Much better lâché, but still not quite. Looks like he's almost lâchéing too far. Causing him to peel backward off of the cliffhanger. See if he can line it up on this third attempt. Fortunately, just still the same mistake. Fantastic run, fantastic try out of Parker. Makes it about halfway through. Heads back to the warm-up area.
Alice,
Now down on the starting platform.
Alice, so you're just saying you cleared Jonah on the 5th one, and you should not have, correct? That's it.
Got Mr. Andreas Johnson. Let's go Dre. Dre starting his run. Andreas is the first one we've seen use 2 claw hooks, which is allowed. Sets up for a link dismount. Just over 30 seconds in. Dre. Oh, he comes off of the cliffhanger. Really difficult transition from this first hold he's on to the second hold. It's a diagonal movement onto cliffhangers. Andreas has great swing generation, some of the best swing generation I think that I've seen. He's also got some of the best endurance I think that I've ever seen. He's generating swing out of nowhere. Even with the fall, he's deep into the course here. Cleaning his shoes off. It really is. It's hard to overstate how sharp and aggressive you have to be with the angle toward and then away from this wall kick. So he's actually used 2 falls. If he falls here, that's it. He starts to put it together just a little bit, leans into the post a little bit too much. It's kind of been the theme of the comp over in that corner. Up next on the starting platform, we have Peter. Peter Stoberl. Just misses the first move. He's got to wait for the reset timer. Looks like another NU crew athlete. A little bit more controlled on the second try. Locks it in. Builds up swing, no problem. Big block stack onto the triangles. Burned 1 fall, but has 3 obstacles behind him. Takes a second fall. Hopefully he takes just a real quick breath here. If he falls again, that'll end the run. Goes on to the second triangle. Locks it in. This next lâché is a little bit easier, and then a semi-technical dismount, and he can collect this point. Catches it secure, nice and high. Pulls through to the dismount. Way to come back around and make it happen. He's got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. He's halfway through. Just comes down. That's a great run out of Peter. Gets a fist bump from Mr. Judge, Skinny. Well, folks, we're going to calculate our scores again. That was the entire pro division, kind of a big wave. We're going to calculate our scores. We're going to make sure everything was entered correctly. We're going to put a podium together. You can already see cameraman Jerry is putting stuff together.
I'm just waiting for Hunter to meet himself.
We're going to calculate everything, gather our trophies, and we'll see you down on the floor in a couple minutes for our final award ceremony of the day. Thanks for tuning in. All right, everybody. Everything calculated, headed back down to the podium to hand out some trophies. Let's see how we did. Starting with the ladies. In third place, we have Elise. Boom, up on the podium. She gets herself a little bronze Lego. Second place, we got Lucy Farrell. Gets herself a silver Lego. And Lorne, the champion, with a full clear, gets herself a gold Lego. Boom. Boom. And that is the female pro category. Hopping on down. Moving on to the boys. Ben absolutely cruised. Making his way through the crowd. Picks up his little bronze Lego. Isaac coming in second. Fantastic run out of Isaac too. And our champion for the male pro division, we got Cohen. There's a look at your male pro podium. It's like the judge is going to give him a little bit of redemption time out there, a little free time on the course. You can see everybody immediately start chalking up, fist bumping each other. Thanks for coming out, everybody, to our pro division MNS qualifier number 1. If you tuned in all day, thanks for tuning in all day. Got a handful more of these things before the championship. Go ahead and sign up for one. Appreciate you tuning in. We will see you soon.